So, being in the constant state of awareness of self and the environment around us in the light of knowledge seems to be what is there in the Murli today. We shall be reading it step by step and covering it in 2 days. Today, the powerful father is seeing his all powerful children from everywhere. Each powerful child is moving forward according to his own power. What is the basis of this powerful life? That is a happy, elevated, alokik life filled with success. So Baba is clearly and correctly telling that everybody is moving in its own speed. Every vehicle has its own power, battery, fuel, it goes in its own power. And Baba, in whatever way they are leading, Baba terms it to be a happy, elevated, alokik life. And that seems to be filled with success. Because the journey is uphill and everybody is trying to overcome their own sanskars and overcome one's own behavior and trying to contribute. So even though it might not look big for others, but it is actually so essential and good for that individual, and that is in itself a success. So Baba says the basis is one word, awareness. Why somebody does something is because it is either right for one own self or it is seeming to be at least correct. It is sensible to that individual, and that is what is awareness. Otherwise, one would not do. The logic, the reasoning behind it, everybody has that. So, that is awareness. So, that is the basis of one's ability to move forward in life in his own strength, in his own capabilities, power. In fact, the whole play of the drama is about forgetting and becoming aware. At this time, the play of awareness is being performed. On what basis did Bapdada transform you Brahmin souls? He simply reminded you that you are a soul and not a body. And this awareness brought about so much alokik transformation. Honestly, why we are doing something or why we are behaving in some way is not actually known to us. If I can share my experience here, as soon as we work outside, everybody is given a designation. The designation need not be according to what we have read, our academic qualifications, but we know to apply what we have read. That may or incompletely define the designation that we are playing. So, for example, everybody is nurtured when we are born as children, and sooner or later, we take over the roles of, we suddenly become brother of somebody, but become sister of somebody, become daughter of somebody, and as we grow, we become mother of somebody, a wife of somebody, a husband of somebody, a father of somebody. But the inner qualities of what somebody is playing is there within him. He may or may not fill the criteria of a good father or a good mother, but they are playing the role as per their own nature. So that is the subset of their sanskars. So Baba is actually making us aware of our original self. So this body which takes on these sanskars, interacts with the environment, and later becomes something and something and something. Baba tells the core of it is the soul, which drives this body and all these roles. That is the basic awareness Baba tries to bring in and has brought in, at least in us as Brahmin children, and that is what is leading to the self and the whole transformation. Baba is saying everything changed, did it not? The speciality of human life is awareness. The seed is awareness, and through this seed, your attitude, vision, actions, and stage completely change. This is why it is remembered as your awareness, so your stage. Just like they say, as you think, so you become. So Baba is saying, as your awareness, so your stage. So suddenly, if you go to the awareness that you are playing this role as a soul, which has so much of capabilities, so much of good virtues and powers, you would you would come to that baseline energy, that stage. But superficially, if we consider to be somebody and somebody, we really do not know how that designation works, how that role works, and we would still be empty. We would still be left a little unaware, caught by surprise stage. So Baba says, as your awareness, so your stage. The Father transformed the foundation, your awareness. When the foundation became elevated, your whole life automatically became elevated. He transformed such a small thing. You are not a body, you are a soul. As soon as this transformation took place, as soon as you had this awareness, because you souls are master almighty authorities, the property of the soul. So Baba is saying, as soon as this transformation took place, as soon as you had this awareness, you became powerful because souls are master almighty authorities in itself. This powerful life now feels so lovely. We shall churn about this. Does this powerful life really feel so lovely? Baba says, you yourself have become an embodiment of awareness, and you also remind others of this and completely transform them from what they are. With this awareness, you changed your world. So how has our world changed because of this awareness? Again, we shall discuss. Okay. Baba says that this world of God is so lovely. Even if you are living with worldly souls for the sake of service, your mind is always in the alaukic world. This is known as being an embodiment of remembrance. No matter what situation arises, what as a soul who is an embodiment of remembrance because of being powerful, consider that to be basically what does our soul consider when a situation arises in front of it. So, Baba says a soul which is an embodiment of remembrance because of which it is powerful. Baba says this is a game. The soul will consider when tough situations come to be a game. Such a soul will never be afraid. For powerful souls, no matter how big the situation is, all of those are just side scenes on the path that leads to the destination. That is, they are scenes on the side. So Baba now is putting one layer of application, one probable quality of soul which it would naturally do, is that because of it being in the awareness, that it is powerful, that it is eternal, that it is not created and would not be destroyed, it would consider itself to be going through that tough situation. It would consider itself to be a powerful soul and see the coming situation as a side scene, and it would continue on that path. So you enjoy the side scenes, do you not? Again, some important nice points to discuss as to what are a few tough situations that we have come across in our times till now, and have we seen them as side scenes? Baba further says, you even go and spend money to see sightseeing, tourism. We all do, right? Nowadays, people go sightseeing here in Abu too. If there are no sightseeing on a particular path, would they like that path? They would get bored. Similarly, for souls who are embodiments of remembrance and embodiments of power, whether you call them situations, papers, obstacles, or problems, they are all sides linked. Fantastically, Baba says these are certain terms that we can tell when we feel very uneasy, when we feel challenged or difficult. We can call them to be papers or obstacles or problems or situations. And as soon as we come to this awareness, we should be able to tell ourselves these are side scenes. Baba says you are aware that you have passed by these side scenes to your destination countless times. They are nothing new. And so, what is the foundation of that? So Baba says nothing new. This we have done several times because the soul itself has taken so many births and it has come into the cycle. So we have already done this. Baba says we have to tell, I'm able to do this because of awareness. If this awareness is lost, that is, if this foundation shakes, then the whole building of your life begins to shake. You are unshakable, are you not? The basis of all the four subjects of the whole body is awareness. The most important subject is remembrance. Remembrance means awareness of who am I and who is the Father. The second subject is knowledge. You have received knowledge of the Creator and the creation. The foundation of that is also Baba reminding you of what you are eternally and originally and what you are at the present moment. A Brahmin who is to become an angel and an angel who is to become a deity. You have also been reminded of so many other types of awareness. So, that is all awareness of knowledge, is it not? The third subject is that of divine virtues. The Baba says the two important things is the first one being remembrance of who am I. So that comes with the second awareness that of the knowledge in itself. The knowledge that we are souls who are presently playing the roles of travel, who are supposed to later become deities. Baba is now saying the third subject is that of divine virtues. You have also been reminded that the divine virtues are the virtues of the awareness because you have the list of virtues in your awareness, you are able to use them according to the time. What is the result if there is a lack in this awareness? Something valuable, is it? A virtue is a valuable thing. And if we have something to make use of with that valuable thing, and if we are not aware that that valuable thing is lying with us, then what is the result? Baba says you are not able to use that virtue at the time of need. You are reminded of it after the time has passed. I did not wish to do this, but it happened. But I will not do it in the future. So, in order to put the divine virtues into practice, you need to have that awareness at that time. Sometimes you laugh at yourself because of something. When you forget some situation or some article, what is your state at that time? With me it so happens that I'm carrying a cash with me, but I would have told that I should be using the currency rather than paying for my UPI. If I have forgotten that, I go back as a second time mentions that I might have misplaced somewhere because of a lot of things going on. I would say myself that yes, let me use UPI again. I later find the cash in my pocket again. So that time I realized, this cash is again lying with me. I should have used this. You know. Meanwhile, I would have thought I have spent it somewhere. I would have also withdrawn from an ATM. So what I realized that this only confusion is going to happen to not utilize things correctly. So the confusion, the amount of extra effort that I have to put in to make things correct is just a waste of time. So Baba somehow is I'm able to understand this from the Murli. Is Baba is asking what would be your state at that time when you would have forgotten your virtue and the situation comes in front of you. Baba says you have that article, but you do not remember it the time of need, and so you become confused. Well, Baba said the same word, so you become confused. In the same way here, too, because you do not remember it at a time of need, you sometimes become confused. So, then what is the basis of divine virtues? Baba says to be a constant embodiment of remembrance. Then the divine virtues will constantly, naturally, and easily be used in every action. The fourth subject is service. If you are not an embodiment of remembrance and service, that of being a soul who is an instrument and a world benefactor, you are not able to achieve success in service. So, the basis of success and service is that of the awareness that I, a soul, is an instrument and a world benefactor. So, whatever I do, it is supposed to bring benefits to others, and I'm an instrument. This awareness is necessary while doing service and to achieve success in service. You are then not able to make any soul an embodiment from remembrance through service. Together with that, service is to remind others of the self and the Father. So, the foundation of all four subjects is awareness, is it not? So, this one word awareness is the essence of all knowledge. This is why Bab Dada has told you beforehand what the question of the last paper will be. It will not be a long, complicated paper. It will be a paper of only one question and only 1 second. What question will that be? Of being a conqueror of attachment and an embodiment of remembrance. You have already heard the question, and so everyone should pass. So Baba is now saying so sweetly that I have given you the question. You know, sometimes innocently, we like the innocence of people because they would have given every answer to whatever they are asking for, and that describes themselves. You know, so Baba here is also telling what is the question at the end and how would we be able to answer. But you also understand Baba is very careful. Baba would not tell when will this question paper be given. You know, nicely, Baba is saying at least what would be the question and what would be your stage and what would you be remembering when the last moment comes. Baba is asking, will all of you pass with number one or will you pass number Y? So we'll read one more page. With which number will the double foreigners pass number one? So should the rosary be completed or should a separate rosary be created? You have very good enthusiasm. The double foreigners have a special chance to be last and come fast. There is this margin. If a separate rosary is prepared, you would have to live where the picnic places are. If you prefer that a separate rosary can be made, there is a margin for you to come in the rosary. You will come. Acha. We'll stop today here, on page number 115, and we shall learn about these subtle important essential points of the beginning of the Murli about the stage of being awareness. What does it means to be our awareness, our lovely stage? What are the situations that we come across? How have we seen with our side view? And how have we been able to overcome them by the awareness in terms of, say, remembrance or in terms of, say, knowledge or in terms of doing service or by losing our virtue? Let us sit in silence for a couple of minutes and then we'll get back to discussion. Om Shanti. meditation. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Yeah, so Baba says the importance of awareness. So awareness is the foundation for everything, for us to become powerful, successful, and to have an elevated life, even to pass in the last paper, Nashta Moha Smriti Lepta. So that Smriti is the awareness. So my awareness is, based on my awareness, a stage is created, right? So awareness becomes, the seed for my transformation also in the stage. So, and then Baba very beautifully connected all four subjects in that awareness, because all four subjects are based on that awareness, right? Because as we know, remembrance is, yes, awareness only. For remembering or recollecting that awareness that I'm a soul, right, and belong to the Father, and so on and so forth. And knowledge is again awareness, our journey that we took, right? The journey of reminding ourselves that the journey and the creation and creator, and then Baba says the divine virtues. Yes, so we know the virtues, but we forget at the time of need. So there also awareness is the key to use them, right on time. So, and then service also Baba says without awareness, we cannot do service. In the sense, we need to have that awareness that I'm an instrument, world benefactor to do this service. So there also awareness is playing the key role. So that brings us success. So everywhere, Baba says the key or the whole essence of the whole study is the awareness. Yeah, thank you.
Om Shanti Vinod.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, sister.
Because I'm still in house. I can't talk out.
Yes, you are sounding different today. Yes, sister.
Okay, I always love this Smriti. No, sorry, Smriti, Smriti. These two words which Papa speaks, I like it a lot. See, it's so simple, the knowledge, forgetfulness, remembrance. No scriptures, nothing you didn't remember. It is just you have forgotten your 83 births, not even 63, 83 births, what you went. But you have the awareness in the 21 births that you are the soul, the body consciousness is in there. And this, how Baba explains it, I should say. Hindi, he says, Smriti, Vritti, Drishti, Kriti, Stiti. So just linking your Smriti to the Stiti. So this Smriti can change and bring you to the Stiti which is needed to need to go back to the cycle. And when I did my SML, In 1995, I remember they gave me a beautiful example. See, you see a dog on the road, you're frightened of dog. You have a smriti, dogs always bite. Then, then what is the attitude I have? You have an attitude of fear. And in that fear, what do? You have a vision that the dog is biting you. And then you do two things. Either you run away or you throw a stone on it. And then you go away. This is your sticky at the end. You're fighting of dogs. But if you had a certain dogs don't bite, dogs are beautiful because you saw your best friend playing with the dog. And then that dog, you go slowly and you touch the dog. You love dog. You see the dog coming and fondling you. And then you take it on your lap. It's beautiful. I give you such a nice example. The same way Baba is telling us the story in these four subjects. But I would like to only emphasize the one thing is the smriti of remembrance. I think that awareness of remembrance is enough for me to go to the stage. The other three subjects are just an extension, but the smriti of remembrance.
Thank you. And it is very nice for in Hindi. Now I feel
Hope,
like,
hope
Smriti.
you have heard what I spoke. I tried my level best.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was very
thank
interesting.
you.
Amit,
Yeah, so
yes, brother. Yes, yes, please
yeah,
tell me.
thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I was thinking, so that we all know that it is the awareness is the key, right? So, what are the things that is actually taking away our awareness, or, we forget to stay in remembrance. So, I was thinking about that a little bit because we don't want to lose our awareness, right? So, in other words, awareness means we want to live in present, right? So uh, eh, nobody wants to forget. Everyone wants to be aware all the time. But I think so. Some of the aspects that I was thinking is our old sanskar. The old sanskar in the sense the body consciousness. When there is a pull from the body consciousness, which is again the old sanskar, right? So there we forget to remember that I'm a soul, right? So that actually um, become a obstacle for us to remain in that awareness. And another thing is the yeah situations. Everything comes in life, right? And when that situation comes, we go after the situation, remembering the situation, right? Without using the power of awareness or the knowledge, the right. That is what Baba said, not using at the right time. So it
Kirtan,
is.
Kirtan,
Mm-hmm.
sorry I'm interrupting because I think I have to just go for something. Yes, but I'll be listening to what you're talking. You spoke about situation. Baba said awareness of knowledge. But if you can explore on this, as you said, we are aware, we are child, we belong to God. We have master almighty authority. We'll be taken care. Everything is guaranteed, not a warranty. Why? Why this disability? If you can really explore, I'll keep listening to it.
Um,
As the sister said, if you keep understanding why about something, you would get an answer, and that's what is the awareness. Uh, Everybody also understood the same way. Sister, if you can ask the question again.
I know I'm a child of God. I belong to God. I'm Baba's child. I'm the chosen one. I'm one of the multi-million. I'm the best. But that doesn't mean I wasn't. I'm the chosen one. That man is coming down after 3,000 years to pick me. I know all this, I'm aware. What is that cloud which is there? What should I do now in the final moments? Really make, like the awareness should become 1,000 water bulb, but it's not just flickering. So if you can just explore each of us, if you can give an experience, I can give what I'm not able to. So if you can just I would like to listen.
You know
Um,
how I see this. Uh, uh, how I see this today. I feel that Amiban is speaking through Girija. I'm sorry. Today's churning session, uh, somehow the interface between sister's voice and the health and the electronic interface that we're having is making me to come to this kind of idea. So it's really interesting. The sister, uh, that we are not able to clearly understand what you said, but I feel that you are talking about awareness again. Uh,
yeah, flickering awareness, as I think I heard. Okay.
yeah.
So which is again breaking the awareness, isn't it?
Okay,
I'm
once again I'm
sorry. Yeah,
repeating,
sorry.
Vijay Bhai,
Yeah, go ahead,
you
KCP.
are Baba's child. You belong to Baba. You know you are an master almighty authority. You know all your mind. You have the awareness. What should you do to this flickering awareness to make it 1,000 watt bulb? Because you fail because you have an awareness and then the bulb goes off. So what are the practical methods you should do daily to make this awareness strong? See, this smriti is natural, but at least not this one sangam yoga. What should you do to make it strong so that the cycle goes on? Now you got the question.
Yeah, I got the question. Yeah.
Yeah,
So what?
please. Now I think more than this, there's some nurse standing over here. They will stop me.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so we know that we are Baba's child, right? And still the awareness is flickering. So, how can we strengthen our awareness, right? Methods that we need to practice in order to make it strong. That's what as Girijaben is asking. So we should turn on that.
I believe that we should connect to another power source which is powerful than ourselves. You know, tiny, if, if there are more number of bulbs, say more number of souls, and more number of Brahmins around, of good people around, my quality will be added or compounded by the influence of others. So the effect of me flickering would go away. I think that is one way. Second thing is to again connect to the higher source. If I might be flickering because I am not having power, I am I'm fluctuating. You know, the fuel in the pipeline of a car or a scooter is not continuous because the fuel itself is not much. So the knowledge in our case will have to be churned upon, should be read more, so that that remains sufficient, topped up for it to continue. We should sit and churn, we should sit and read, and then again increase the power bank. So that way, probably the flickering would stop.
Yeah. So I Thank you, Vinod
Yes,
Bhai.
Baba.
Yeah, so I was also thinking on the same. So strengthening the awareness, yes. On the other hand, if you look at it, why is it going light or why are we forgetting it? So I feel it's more of the ways that we accumulate on the journey. So Baba mentioned about the sightseeing, right? So here also, when the day begins, right, and we all want to stay, in the constant remembrance or always in that awareness, but a lot of waste thing creeps in, right, with our knowledge or without our knowledge. So that actually drains a lot of our energy, or we go behind that, and then that actually kill our awareness. And then another thing is we don't practice the awareness or being in Baba's remembrance in a powerful way. So that actually, when the awareness has to be very strong, right? So if the awareness is weak, then it means the remembrance is weak. So when the remembrance is weak, then some other thought can override, right? And then we will lose it. So, and the another thing is, I feel the attention that we all, have the attention power. But when we don't pay attention, then also something else will automatically come in that will drive us from our, away from what we been paying attention to, right? So, I think the attention is one key thing, because if you look at it, Brahma Baba had that natural attention of paying, in that smriti always, right? Because he used to remind himself every time before he used to do any sort of a action, he was stabilizing and then doing, and in between he used to travel, right? He used to detach and go to Shiva Baba, and that a remembrance he used to maintain. Remembrance in the sense that awareness he used to maintain. So I think one is waste. The more waste we reduce, and the more attention that we practice, and also we should avoid the weak remembrance. That means we have to make our remembrance more powerful. So that will enable us to strengthen the awareness. Right, the awareness is reducing in the sense on the other side there is something else is coming up, right? So there's something or the other we are always keep remembering, right? That there is something in the buddhi always, right? So yeah, any other thoughts, please? And
Well, there are some thoughts in the chat. So Ami sister has said awareness makes situations sightseeing. For a powerful soul, problems are not obstacles, but sightseeing of the journey. The sister is describing about awareness here, and then she's also saying, I'll read that out. Awareness brings fearlessness and lightness. You have already crossed these sightseeing countless times. Am I reacting to the situation or observing them like a detached viewer? Is what one should ask. The other sister says what, I mean, as the discussion was going on, these are the replies, what we should do to keep our awareness high. Sister, Vijay sister says, keep pouring oil of remembrance. Akhanda Jwalamukhi Yad. In some moments of the day. And Amit sister says, awareness is a seed of transformation. The entire spiritual journey is a play between forgetting and awareness. Well found. Yeah, this is also what Baba said. So this is बोलना and याद लेना, forgetting and awareness. So, and sweet remembrance, other times heart-to-heart conversation. So talking to Baba and understanding the importance of awareness when spending some moments of the day in Jwalamukhi Yad is what are some tips to keep the remembrance awake. And as Vijitbhai said, The waste part of that comes out in that needs to be reduced.
And love can also play a vital role there, right? Because having true love for the Father, because love is something that will pull us towards the person we love, right? So the more love we have for Baba, that will enable us to have that powerful remembrance or to stay in that awareness. Because after all, if we check the outside some or the other Maya's thing is pulling us, right? Maya show is very much there outside, so so that is actually pulling our intellect, right? Sometimes. So when you have love, so Baba used to say this example of lover, and when they are engaged, they start remembering because there is that love comes. So when the mind is idle, so when you have love towards someone, right, then your intellect automatically goes there. So having love will also enable us to stay in that powerful remembrance. And of course, soul consciousness is the key here for all this. Body consciousness will lead us to body is in relations of the body. For getting the awareness, soul consciousness will take us to the Paramatma Baba's remembrance. Yeah, thank you.
Who am I? In the very first chapter, who am I, needs to be answered to as many times in a day as possible. When the conflict of roles, when the conflict of situations, the environment, and the relationship come, we need to ask ourselves, will we push them and लौकिक वाले भी पूछते हैं तुम कौन होते हो? People ask us, who are you? Who are you to say like this? Who are you to talk like this? What do you think of yourself? So we know the answers already. And has anybody gone through a situation wherein this awareness of being soul has helped? Indeed, can anybody share the situation or an example?
I have personally come across so many situations where, the awareness is lost in the sense when after the situation, feel like, okay, I should have acted like this, I should have done this way than, the way I did, or the way I handled a situation. So that comes, okay. Um,
Altogether?
yeah, I think it comes because of that awareness, right?
Awareness, yes.
Not
Yes.
having the powerful remembrance.
The property of the soul is love in itself. So having love for our own self as well first, and then to serve it through love is next. So we can probably let go. Yes? It's a journey of forgetting and remembering. In my case, what I find is just the virtues of it, being Kalyankari or able to do good to others is what comes first. Not giving trouble to others is what hits me. Uh, compensating for, say, in my office as of now, people are focusing on leave. We are less than a number to do the service. In that situation, the service is so much, but the hands are less, and also heat. Everybody has to take a break. So that way, we let go of people.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If anybody is wanting to share a few more stories or examples or anything, we should wait for a minute and then proceed for the invitation.
We have a quick announcement about tomorrow's session. Tomorrow is Sunday, right? So it's a buffer day for us. So we will be having a Murli Manthan session on the Murli dated 29/12/1989. The title is The Essence of the Study is Coming and Going. So Shwetang Pai will be taking this Murli Manthan session tomorrow. So request everyone to join and take complete benefit of the session. So with that, over to you, Vinod Bhai, for a short meditation and we can close the session. Thank you.
Thank you. So this time, my asana here is where we shall listen and keep telling self today that this is my original nature, for which I shall play all my roles and go through all the walks and situations of life as sightseeing. My destination is Paranam, and just everything that is active around us is nothing new. People go, cities, all are sightseeing. Let us sit and just remember it through the words of the song.
मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मेरी शक्तियाँ मन बुद्धि संस्कार, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, ज्योति से भरे हैं प्रकाश, जहाँ नहीं धरती आकाश, ज्योति सागर का प्रकाश हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मुझ में भरा है ज्ञान भंडार, आदि मध्य और अंत का सार, ज्ञान के सागर शक्ति भरा हर गुण मेरा, शक्ति भरे घर में बसेरा, शक्ति सागर की पहचान हूँ। मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ, मैं आत्मा हूँ। मुझ में भरे हैं गुण अपार, गुण सागर ने किया श्रृंगार, गुणों का मैं करती दान हूँ। मैं आत्मा हूँ, 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 मैं आत्मा हूँ।
Thank you, Baba. Over to you, Lord. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Vinod Bhai, for playing the beautiful song, which always makes us remember that we are in a soul journey. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, have a beautiful day.